Mr. President of the Kyrgyz Republic, Mr. Speaker of the Parliament, Mr. Chairman of the Kyrgyz Constitutional Court, Mr. Chairman of the Supreme Court, Mr. Prosecutor General, chairpersons and judges of constitutional courts, ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to open this major event on behalf of the Venice Commission. I do regret, however, that I cannot join you at the famously beautiful Lake Isikul. The title of today's conference resonates well with the full name of the Venice Commission. We are the European Commission for Democracy Through Law. This name is also the essence of the work of the Venice Commission. We are convinced that democracy, real democracy, can be built only on the basis of sound legislation and a sound constitution, which is the basis for the rule of law and the protection of human rights. Democratic constitutions implemented in good faith and according to their letter and spirit are cornerstones of democratic states under the rule of law. How constitutional justice can defend the democratic values, protect human rights, ensure the respect of the principle of separation of powers in full respect, not only on the letter, but also on the spirit of the fundamental law of the land. These questions will animate today's discussions. I'm pleased that this conference is also dedicated to the 30th anniversary of the Constitution of the Kyrgyz Republic. The Venice Commission accompanied Kyrgyzstan on its constitutional path for many years. Our joint work started already in 1993 when the Venice Commission provided comments on the draft text of the Kyrgyz Constitution. And since then, the Venice Commission adopted another 30 opinions on a wide range of topics, notably on constitutional matters, electoral legislation, non-commercial organizations, the judiciary, the right of peaceful assembly, and on citizenship. After being an observer for many years, Kyrgyzstan became a full member of the Venice Commission on the 1st of January 2004, making it the first country for Central Asia. This long cooperation is very telling of mutual trust and respect built upon sincere dialogue and cooperation, notably also with the Constitutional Court. Mr. Chairman, constitutional courts are the cornerstone of constitutionalism. It is constitutional courts who have the noble task to defend the Constitution against encroachments by all other state powers. It is their task to tweed out unconstitutional legislation and, depending on their jurisdiction, also acts of the executive and, in some cases, even judgments of the Supreme Court. And since its establishment in 1990, the Venice Commission has supported the cooperation between constitutional courts and equivalent bodies. We do this in the framework of the Joint Council on Constitutional Justice, which unites the courts in our member and observer states, and even further among the 121 members of the World Conference on Constitutional Justice. The Constitutional Court of Kyrgyzstan actively participates in both fora. And I'm pleased to learn that representatives of the constitutional courts for so many countries from Europe and Asia responded positively to the invitation of the Constitutional Court of the Kyrgyzstan to participate in this high-level event today. I would like to thank the Constitutional Court of Kyrgyzstan for our constructive cooperation over the years. In the framework of the Central Asia Rule of Law program, The Venice Commission has been able to support the activities of the Kyrgyz Constitutional Court, other courts in the region, not only on a bilateral level, but also to give an impetus of the regional cooperation and dialogue between the constitutional courts in Central Asia. Last month, the Commission successfully organized, in cooperation with the Constitutional Court of Uzbekistan, an international conference on the models of constitutional complaint in Central Asia, with the presence of all Central Asian countries. In this respect, let me highlight the role of the European Union, who, along with the Council of Europe, is co-financing the Central Asia Rule of Law program, which includes our event today. The cooperation between the Council of Europe and the European Union has been based on the complementarity and the common goals of the two organizations. And this unwavering support has allowed promoting internationally recognized rule of law standards and good practices in Central Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, today's conference aims to explore the link between constitution building and the rule of law. As you know, the rule of law is a cornerstone of the work of the Venice Commission. Less than a month ago, the Council of Europe held its third summit in Reykjavik. In the summit's final declaration, the heads of state and government of the 46 members of the Council of Europe underscored the important role of the Venice Commission in ensuring the diligent respect for the rule of law. They also mentioned the need to strengthen the Venice Commission and to give more visibility and status to the rule of law checklist established by the Commission. The rule of law checklist is based on the 5 core elements of the rule of law, subitemized into detailed questions, namely legality, legal certainty, provision of abuse or misuse of powers, equality before the law and non-discrimination, and access to justice. The checklist is intended as a comprehensive tool to assess the degree of respect for the rule of law in a given state. Compliance with the rule of law is a complex process which is achieved through successive steps requiring deep understanding of any national system. International organizations, including the Venice Commission, may then have a role in suggesting ways to improve the situation without mechanical application of the principles contained in the checklist. The participation of the citizens in the strengthening of the rule of law is also paramount. That is what the Venice Commission calls an enabling environment. The rule of law can only flourish in an environment when people feel collectively responsible for the implementation of the concept. The enabling environment is essential, notably for non-governmental organizations and the media, who should be able to freely express themselves without fearing reprisals, also for critical expression. The Venice Commission stands ready to cooperate with the Constitutional Court of the Kyrgyz Republic on issues related to a better implementation of constitutional and legal provisions based on the respect of the principle of the rule of law. The event we organize today is an example of how we could, through exchanges of best practices, accompany the reform process in individual countries. And I would like to thank our experts who agreed to participate in this event. I hope that their presentations will give you new ideas and present viable solutions for protecting the rights of individuals through a better constitutional control. and I wish all success to the conference.